People keep asking me, why are prices not coming down in Park City? Well, because Park City is a bubble, and I'm about to show you the data that proves it. The Park City Board of Realtors just released their quarter 3 market report data. This is a very detailed, descripted, neighborhood by neighborhood, line by line. It's the Bible of real estate prices for Park City. And it's a perk that you have with being a Park City board member. So if your agent is a Salt Lake agent and they're an agent with the Salt Lake Board of Realtors, they do not have access to the data, meaning they don't understand what's happening in the Park City market. While the rest of the country is seeing price growth just around 2%, Park City is up 6.4% year over year. So that is right around our typical 6 to 8% appreciation rate year over year since 2001. But when you include new construction into that mix, the overall median price actually has jumped 26%. If you factor in new construction to that, that is the kind of increase that makes appraisers' heads explode. The median price for an existing home in Park City now exceeds $4 million. And in the Snyderville Basin, the 84098, it is sitting around $2.5 million. So yes, we not only live in a bubble in Park City, it is a place where your investment, where you park your money, it's a very strong and stable market, and you benefit from long-term appreciation. It's all about the long-term game here. And some of the bonus perks are that if you buy a property that you can short-term nightly rent out, or maybe even you midterm rent it out, you can offset some of the cost of ownership and really cash in on great ski seasons. Now, a lot of people don't understand our rental market. You basically get a big check in the winter and a small one in the summer, and it's hit or miss in the shoulder season. And that's how I always like to explain. It doesn't really cash flow. You're probably going to break even. If we have a good snow year, you might make more, but that also depends on your financial ability. Are we financing this? If you are getting a mortgage on it, then absolutely not. You're probably not even going to come close to breaking even. But if you're paying cash, the numbers might work out for you. Here's what this looks like in a breakdown of area by area. This is for single family homes. The Park City limits, the 84060, the average price is $5 million. That is up 11%. In Snyderville Basin, the average price is $3.5 million. That is up 8%. In the Jordanelle area, the average price is $4.4 million. That is up 18%. In the Heber Valley, the average price is $1.5 million. That is up 12%. And in the Camas Valley, also $1.5 million, up 29%. Those were averages. For condos, average prices. Park City limits, the 84060. The average price is $2.9 million. That is up a massive 42%. Snyderville Basin, it's $1.2 million. That is slightly down because we're having an interesting trend happening in the Snyderville Basin with condos, and anything that is older, dated, or has big, giant assessments attached to the building, they're seeing a decline from buyers. In the Jordanelle area, that is $1.5 million, and that is up 34%. In the Heber Valley, you're 605. That is down 12%. And in the Camas Valley, $660,000, down 7%. So Heber and Camas saw a decline in their average price for condos. And that could be because they're significantly lower than the average price of Park City for a condo. And those are going to be markets where people are financing. What do we know about the interest rates? They've been relatively elevated for the last couple of years. So across the board, it's a story of growth. But clearly it's led by the luxury sector and the new construction market. So now let's talk about Promontory, because Promontory had an amazing quarter 3 performance. It continues to dominate the Snyderville Basin. Nearly 40% of all single family homes in the Snyderville Basin came from Promontory alone. I always tell people who have homes that are beautiful, they're gorgeous, they're $5 million plus, but you're not in a gated community, your biggest competition is Promontory. Your biggest competition is new construction. Land sales alone were up 260% year over year in Promontory, with a median lot price around $1.3 million. The average is about 1.5 for land in Promontory. What is fueling this? There is golf membership scarcity. Not every property that you look at in Promontory has a golf membership attached to it. If you buy something directly from the developer, you can always get a golf membership. But a lot of the resale market, there are homes where there are not golf memberships attached to them. So what is the workaround for this? Well, you find a home that you love, it doesn't have a golf membership. Now you've got to go buy a lot. So you're spending an extra $1.5 million to buy a lot with a golf membership. You're going to strip the golf membership from the lot and you're going to transfer it to the house. So basically, you're going to increase the value of your house and you're going to be left with a lot that doesn't have a golf membership that you're going to try to resell. What's driving Promontory areas? It's lifestyle, it's the amenities. There's 18 amenities, 7 different restaurants, 3 golf courses. It's just absolute luxury living at its finest. And you're close to the Salt Lake City International Airport versus Victory Ranch, which is much farther away, and Red Ledges, which is also a little bit farther away. Buyers are confidently paying 20 to 30% more for pristine, move-in ready homes, especially those that have new finishes and modern floor plans. So, new construction versus existing homes. The report revealed a fascinating dynamic between new construction and existing homes. So when you include new construction in the overall median price, that it jumped 26% year over year, but when you remove the new construction, existing home prices only rose 6.7%, and that's much closer to our long-term appreciation rate of the 6 to 8% that's held steady since 2001. What is the takeaway here? Buyers have more money than time, and they're choosing pristine, turnkey, move-in ready homes over anything that needs a lot of work and is a project. And even if that home is older, but it's in a good location, buyers are still opting for something a little further out that they're not going to have to do work to, which I think is interesting because in Park City, you're buying convenience, not the color of the carpet. And if you buy on the outskirts, you're going to learn very, very quickly that you're going to be sitting in a massive amount of traffic just to get back into Park City. That brings me to what, as a seller, what you need to understand is the new construction premium. Buyers are clearly willing to pay 20 to 30% more for a new modern home compared to a dated existing one. So if you are a seller of an older home, you haven't done any updates in the last 5 years, it's probably needs some updates. It probably needs some work. So one, your choice is price it strategically. Understand that a dated home, and if it hasn't been updated within the last 5 years, even in a prime location, it's going to sell at a discount compared to all the new builds around it. 2, you can invest in updates, upgrades. If your home has not been updated in the last 5 years, it's time. Hire quality contractors to modernize your kitchen, bathrooms, and finishes so you can compete with all of that new inventory. Or 3, your choice is you can hold out and wait for the right buyer, but you understand it's going to take a much longer time to sell your property, and you're going to appeal to a much smaller buyer pool, and you're going to sit on the market a lot longer. So if you have the funds, update it. If not, you price it right to move it. Otherwise, you're going to sit and you're probably going to expire. And then you're going to be frustrated. Why am I not selling? I have this great house. Well, you have 10 bathrooms, you're 9,000 square feet, and you were built in the year 2000, and it hasn't been updated since 2010. So it's now 2025, the house is dated, and that's why it's sitting. Because buyers are coming in going, oh my gosh, I have to update 10 bathrooms. That's going to cost me millions of dollars just to update those bathrooms. So is Park City a bubble? Yes, but it's not one that is about to pop. It is one that is fueled by scarcity, wealth, and lifestyle demand. If you are curious how this affects your home's value, or how to position your property to stand out, then let's talk. My name is Nicole Bowdle. I'm a luxury agent here with Christie's International Real Estate in Park City, and I'd love to help you move your home strategically in one of the strongest resort markets in the country. If you wish to contact me, my information is always dropped down in the description link down below.